Hello and welcome to Bounding Into Comics. My name is John Trent. I'm the founder and editor-in-chief at Bounding Into Comics. Today I got a story about all of the virtue signaling we are seeing from major corporations and Hollywood studios, who think that somehow by pulling their films from Russia or removing Russian teams from their video games is going to have an effect on the Russian invasion of Ukraine. The latest film studio to virtue signal about the Russian invasion of Ukraine is Paramount. They announced that they will not be releasing Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and The Lost City in Russia. They released a statement. It reads, "As we witness the ongoing tragedy in Ukraine, we have decided to pause the theatrical release of our upcoming films in Russia, including The Lost City and Sonic the Hedgehog 2. We stand by all those impacted by the humanitarian crisis across Ukraine, Russia, and our international markets, and will continue to monitor the situation as it unfolds." This statement from Paramount followed statements from Disney, Warner Brothers, and Sony that also announced they would not be releasing their films in Russia. The Walt Disney Company announced they would not be releasing the Pixar film Turning Red in Russia, with their statement reading, "Given the unprovoked invasion of Ukraine and the tragic humanitarian crisis, we are pausing the release of theatrical films in Russia, including the upcoming Turning Red from Pixar." They added, "We will make future business decisions based on the evolving situation. In the meantime, given the scale of the emerging refugee crisis, we are working with our NGO partners to provide urgent aid and other humanitarian assistance to refugees." Warner Brothers would then release their statement. It read, "In light of the humanitarian crisis in Ukraine, Warner Media is pausing the release of its feature film, The Batman, in Russia. We will continue to monitor the situation as it evolves. We hope for a swift and peaceful resolution to this tragedy." A Sony spokesman then announced that they would not be releasing Morbius in Russia. The spokesman said, "Given the ongoing military action in Ukraine and the resulting uncertainty and humanitarian crisis unfolding in that region, we will be pausing our planned theatrical releases in Russia, including the upcoming release of Morbius. Our thoughts and prayers are with all those who have been impacted and hope this crisis will be resolved quickly." As I said at the beginning of this video, not only are Hollywood studios doing it, but we have giant video game companies doing it too. Electronic Arts, or EA, announced they will be removing multiple Russian teams from FIFA 22, NHL 22, FIFA Mobile, and FIFA Online. The EA Sports FIFA Twitter account released a statement. It reads, "EA Sports stands in solidarity with the Ukrainian people and, like so many voices across the world of football, calls for peace and an end to the invasion of Ukraine. In line with our partners at FIFA and UEFA, EA Sports has initiated processes to remove the Russian national team and all Russian clubs from EA Sports FIFA products, including FIFA 22, FIFA Mobile, and FIFA Online. We're also actively evaluating related changes to other areas of our games. We will keep our communities up to date on any actions taken and thank players for their patience as we work through these updates." The EA Sports NHL Twitter account released their statement. It reads, Following the IIHF's suspension of all Russian and Belarusian national and club teams from IIHF competition, we will be removing these teams from NHL 22 within the coming weeks. We stand with the people of Ukraine and join the voices around the world calling for peace." I literally have no idea why any of these companies would be making these statements whatsoever. It just absolutely boggles my mind. Do they think that they're actually going to stop the Russian invasion of Ukraine by virtue signaling about removing Russian teams from their video games or stopping films from being released in Russia? What are they actually trying to accomplish here, other than trying to get everyone on board that Russia is this great evil villain and that somehow we have to go to war with them? That's the only thing I can think of. They are part of this movement to have that Russian invasion of Ukraine lead to a much larger, bigger war with other countries getting involved, such as the United States, where most of these companies are based. And if that's actually what they're trying to do, it's absolutely despicable, and their whole statements about wanting peace are just a straight up lie. And if you didn't think these statements were a virtue signal, where are the statements on other countries that have created humanitarian crises across the globe? Where are the statements condemning U.S. military strikes on certain nations? Where are the statements condemning China's treatment of the Uyghur population? Where are statements condemning China's treatment of protesters in Hong Kong? I mean, there's so many different things that they could be condemning. They could be removing their movies from certain countries. They could be removing other national teams from their video games, but they're not doing that. They're only doing it to Russia, and that makes one question why, and that also leads me to believe that their call for peace is anything but, and they really are trying to escalate the military invasion of Ukraine and trying to bring it to a larger war involving European countries and possibly the United States. Those are my thoughts on the matter. Let me know what you think. My name is John Trent, and you've been watching Bounding into Comics.